Hi guys, so I finally opened, I think, one of Michael's Christmas gifts. It's Lindt coconut milk chocolate truffles. So let's eat this. Yummy. I believe it's white chocolate. The coconut taste is so powerful, but I believe there's white chocolate in it. That's yummy, guys. I'm going to, while I eat this chocolate, I'm going to talk about something, and I can only talk for the girls. Now, one of you commented before. Let me eat this. And you said you always talk about your girly thing. So this is, I have noticed this before puberty. So I was around 5, but now, so I don't remember when I would get those days. So it's not PMS, it's not my girly visit, my monthly visit. It's not that. It's something else. Once a month, around 3 to 4 days. Sometimes it would last for 1 to 2 weeks. And it has nothing to do with PMS or anything about that. It only happens to around 3% of all women. Now, I can't say what it's called because YouTube has its rules, but in this phase of my monthly cycle, I'm not sure if I would call it cycle, since I've experienced it since I was a child. So for some days a month, I would feel this euphoria. I would have lots of energy. I would be more social. So I'm not myself. I would have more cravings to eat, and I would even be interested in people. I would look at their faces. I would think what they think about. So I'm totally different, and I would have more thoughts in my head. I'm still me, but times 100. I would notice nature more. I would now that I'm with Michael, I would think he's super cute. When I see Maria, I would think, oh, my dog is like this, my dog is like that. I would be more human, more. My emotions are heightened, and my skin becomes very sensitive. I would get so much tingles on those days, and that would make me happier than normal. And it's a strange thing because, as I said, only 3% experience it. Before, when I was younger, I didn't understand it. I was suspecting what it was, because there's another sign of it that I can't tell you. So I was researching, and I couldn't really share it to anyone. Michael knows about it, but now I know it's not. It's mostly good. It's only when you're experiencing something about yourself. It's only when you don't know all the facts that you feel bad. But usually, when you discover about yourself, I think it's mostly good, because you get to know yourself. You know you're not bad. It's just natural for you. So since I've had this in I can't remember before I was 5, so since I've had this since I was little, it's normal for me. And what I do now is I use that energy on those days to make videos, or to spend more time with Michael or with Maria. I use the good stuff to make it work for me. Now, in the last days of this euphoric days, I will call them euphoric days, I become tired in the last days. Maybe because of too much energy in the beginning. So I sleep more, I take more naps, I sleep more during night. What I can do when I'm experiencing it to die off is to take more B12, so that, and I forgot to do that. I should have done that. And it's not being self-centered when you get to know yourself, because then instead of feeling bad, you can use it and for the good. So if someone's in your life doesn't get your attention, you can give more attention on those days, if you know what I mean, guys. And it's just, I call it euphoric days because my eyes are wide open on those days. Like everything's good, or some things are bad too in those days, but like nature and people, are like, oh my god. If you have watched Twilight or any like vampire videos, their senses are heightened, and that's what I feel on my euphoric days. And it's really a gift. Before, I wasn't thinking of it as a gift because my level of energy is too high that it can make me restless. So because I'm taking B12, it's not that bad. But Michael would tell me, like he's been telling me now for 7 months, oh, when we're asleep, you're jogging in your sleep. And usually it's on those euphoric days. So it's good to know when I have those days. So maybe I could exercise more so that my restless legs would have an outlet. So I'm not sure if you understand me, guys, but maybe you should Google restless legs, too much energy, then you will understand. YouTube is so strict now, so I can't tell you what it's really called. It's true what they say, that when you get older, especially when you're 50 plus up, it's true what they say, that you become happier. Now, there's a statistic which says that people who don't have children are the happiest, but because no problems, no money problems, of course they could be lonely too. So, but usually they're happier. Now, they say also that when you're older, you're happier, and I think it's because you have the time to analyze about yourself, about people around you, about your life, about other country, how people are there, about other cultures. You get a wider and richer perspective, and I do agree. I feel like more accepting to people. I get to know them. I don't feel like I'm too different than them now that I'm older. When I was younger, I thought, oh, I don't act like them, so I felt bad. Now I know it's okay if you're different. That's even exciting, because if you act like any other else, I mean, where's the fun in that? Now, I don't mean for you to dramatize things, but just be yourself. And sometimes you can't because others would be offended, but as long as you're truly being yourself and you're not imitating someone, as long as you're being authentic and not hurting anyone, I think that's exciting. And I think it's easier when you're older, So if you're young and you think, usually the youngest it's more difficult for the young to accept themselves, but as you grow older, you know you don't need to be like anyone else, as long as you're doing what you have to do. Like if you're going to school, if you're later working, I think it's good. Life is challenging. There are problems coming to you, but there are so many things to discover, like about anything, about science, about nature, about other people. It's like, don't give up, don't be too sad if you think it's like problems come your way every day. It's not, it won't be permanent. I think problems and challenges are there to be fixed, to be overcome. It's not really that you have to solve everything. It's how you overcome them. It's how you change, or how you adjust yourself, your life, while having those problems that matters. Like, I think it's a cliche, but I think everything makes you stronger as long as you're alive. I do believe that. I'm not religious. I do believe in God. I do believe that as long as you're not going under, as long as you're living, there is hope. Hope is very important. You should not let go of hope, no matter how difficult you are feeling. And I know you might say, oh, it's easy for you to say. Now, I am still in those euphoric days, and that's why I made this video. I know people experience hardship in their lives, I know that, and it can be about poverty, it can be about emotional problems, physical problems, psychological problems, like mental problems. There's so many problems, not to mention red tape problems. I'm not saying for you to deny them, but to relish. Can you say relish? No, I think that's a spice. I'm just saying, there are moments in our lives, it can be maybe just for some seconds, minutes, or some short moments that you're not feeling bad, or maybe you have one person that sees you or loves you, and I think you should hold on to that and not concentrate about the bad things. I don't believe that someone is born with bad luck, or that I do hope there's not. I don't know anyone who has like too much bad luck, or that unless you're trapped somewhere, and I I do believe it's up to the individual also, and not just his or her family, or his or her country, or how much money you have. I think you can do a lot on your own. I think you have that power in you that you can harness and use for the good. It can be for your own good, for someone's good. It's how you live life. It's how you appreciate life. There's always something. I don't know if you know MacGyver, guys. I love him. I mean the story itself, like, he would use everything in his surroundings to solve a problem. And if you have seen the movie Ratatouille, he would use everything around him that would make a good meal. So he was like adjusting, and he wasn't following a recipe like a slave. And I think I'm like that too in my life. I know I'm too aware. I'm not perfect. I'm too aware no one's perfect. I'm too aware life is not perfect. And in those euphoric days, I see mostly good. There's some bad things I see too in those euphoric days, but I try to control them. I try to not let them overcome me. So now I'm happy for those days before they scared me, because I act differently on those days. But now I know it's giving me, like Michael always say, it's giving me an opportunity to solve something. Maybe you're saying, you don't make any sense, but go get and you will understand. Or maybe you're one of those people. Anyways, guys, I hope you like this video. I recommend for you to buy this, especially if you love coconut. And the white chocolate taste is not popping out. I can feel, I'm not sure if it's really white chocolate. The coconut is too overwhelming. But if you love coconut, buy it. For me, I wouldn't. I will give it to Michael. He loves milk chocolate. It's not that I don't like coconut. It's just that I prefer it in Asian rice dessert recipes, because I connect coconut with that. I don't like it when companies put it in other stuff that is not oriental. And they put too much, I think. I prefer it in rice, pudding, things like that. I don't like it in Western recipes. That's just me. But if you like milk chocolate and coconut together, this is perfect. And of course it's Lindt, so of course it's yummy. I would probably eat this. Maybe I should put it in my backpack, but I recommend it to you. It's very yummy. I hope you like this weird video where I make no sense. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to this channel, ScorpioAnnYT. Please click on the bell next to the subscribe button down below, so you will know when I upload a video. Please go to my husband's ASMR channel also, Michael Soothing ASMR, and to my daughter's 3 channels, Art and Beauty Freak and Arya Will and Naturally Vegan 011. Please go to my 2 other ASMR channels also, Scorpio Ann and Scorpio Ann ASMR. Please comment on this video and please share it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you.